So I'll be attempting to answer this question. How do varieties of English help to strengthen the internationalization of the English language? So what I think is that varieties of English, first of all, there's this idea that there's not just one correct form to talk. I think because I learned French, and French is, there are a lot of varieties, but there's only one that's really taught around the world, which is the Parisian standard French accent. So varieties of English, having American, British, and then Australian, Canadian, and there's all kinds of like Nigerian, Indian. Some people frown upon Indians because they think that their accent's very bad or it's hard to understand. But basically, what I'm saying is that like it makes people be like, you don't have to speak with a British accent. You don't have to speak received pronunciation. You don't have to speak a standard American accent. You can speak English in your own accent and it's legit. People can't make fun of you. People can't correct you because it's international, because there are so many different varieties. It's not like, oh, you have to talk in a certain way in order to be understood, in order to be respected. So that makes people more likely to learn the language and use the language with each other and helps intensify its status as a lingua franca. Point number two. English having many varieties and not belonging to a single region, country, helps protect it against sort of like anti-American sentiments. What if the U.S. invaded Iraq? Like people were against America, but they weren't like, oh, we're gonna stop learning English because that's American language. That's the language of America. We don't want to be associated with them. So then the idea is that they don't have that association because English is so many varieties spread all over the world that a certain action taken by the main superpowers of English, the US or the UK, that might make people turn against that country, have anti-American, anti-British sentiment, isn't going to discourage them from using and learning their language. Whereas like with France, when France does something, like all of a sudden people start attacking the French language. So basically, you have the language so many varieties, it's kind of detached from a single nation, a single culture, and it can basically live freely and is not subject to the whims of public opinion against those countries. So I hope that answers your question.